When Saturn opposes Pluto, you're dealing with cosmic heavyweights. Imagine trying to reason with a drill sergeant, Saturn, while a demolition expert, Pluto, stands by waiting to blow things up. It's a bit like one telling you to stand up straight while the other says, sure, but we're about to level everything anyway. Sounds fun, right? Here's a laydown. Saturn is all about boundaries, structure, and control. It's a planet that will give you a reality check before breakfast. The cosmic force that loves rules, limitations, and reminders that the time is ticking. Then we have Pluto, the godfather of transformation, digging deep into the shadowy corners of your psyche, waving its little banner of out with the cold, in with the, well, who knows. When these two clash in opposition, you get a tug of war that can make you feel like your life is being tossed between order and annihilation. Let's break it down further. Imagine your subconscious as a messy closet you've been ignoring. Saturn's gonna tell you to clean it up, organize everything, and make sure it's all color-coded. Meanwhile, Pluto shows up with a garbage bag and suggests you just chuck it all out and start fresh. This aspect, in a sense, puts us on a mission to examine the structures we rely on, the systems we trust to keep our lives together, and then challenges us to ask if they're still serving us. Spoiler alert, Pluto often thinks they aren't. At the personal level, this opposition can bring up issues around power and control. You might find yourself locked in a struggle with someone in a position of authority, like a boss, a parent, or that of a neighbor who insists your lawn is an inch too long. Saturn's influence might have you wanting to maintain order, avoid conflict, or just keep things stable, while Pluto whispers, wouldn't it be nice to shake things up? And by shake things up, Pluto means set fire to whatever isn't working. Not literally, of course, unless you have a particularly rebellious streak. Now, the way to work with this energy is all about balance. Saturn wants to discipline and accountability, things we all groan about but secretly need. And Pluto here is to remind you that clinging too tightly to the status quo is, well, a little boring. If you've been holding on to old habits, outdated beliefs, or relationships that have you questioning your sanity, Saturn opposition Pluto may be the wake-up call to release what no longer fits. Consider it like a cosmic spring cleaning, only with Saturn scowling in the corner and Pluto handling the donations by vaporizing them. So, how do you survive this aspect? Well, patience and flexibility are your allies. Saturn will make sure the lessons stick, but Pluto's insistence on change means you'll want to leave the room for adjustments along the way. If you resist too hard, Saturn's gonna give you an extra heavy dose of reality. Ever tried negotiating with time itself? And Pluto's response is typically something along the lines of, let's just end this. Meaning relationships, jobs, or whatever you're clinging to for dear life, it's like learning to dance while the floor is shifting beneath you. A test of grace under pressure. In the end, a Saturn-Pluto opposition is about letting go of what no longer serves while reinforcing what's truly foundational. If you can embrace the process and make peace with the discomfort, you'll come out the other side with a stronger, clearer sense of self and maybe a much cleaner closet. And remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint, so if you're feeling like it's one step forward, two steps back, welcome to Saturn's idea of progress. So trust the process, embrace the grit, the grind, and if Saturn hands you a rulebook, don't be afraid to check if Pluto's hidden a few edits in the margins.